What's up, everybody, and welcome to the second stream of our Gubat Banwa Anthology. This episode is called The Moon Chasing Spear, and this is the introduction for Tony's character. Tony, who are you, and who are you bringing to this wonderful world?
Hi, I'm Tony, and I am playing Eury Amante. Uh, I am a Kainom, Heavenspear, who loyally serves the Sultana Yaraskara the 12th, the Thunderous Conqueror, Maharani, her lunar majesty, Crescent, consort of the Crescent Moon. May her lunar radiance guide us all. Um, and truly I am a firm believer in loyalty and honor, and I will be taken seriously and respected as such, uh because I earned it.
What a great way to end it. Taking so much time for her name, why should you respect me? I earned it. Period. Done.
Period.
Sick. So that's who we're meeting tonight. I'm truly so excited. We are continuing our journey to meet our players across the Sword Isles before their journeys and their destinies start to converge. But we are going to kick off tonight's game in the Gubat Banwa system at nighttime. It is a peaceful night. Unlike our previous adventure, where the warrior Balian Liluan was assailed by assassins, you, Aodi, are in familiar territory. Not land wise, but company wise. The Rajanet of Gatusan is one of the most wild and free territories in the Sword Isles. They do not have the same chivalrous knights. They do not have the same strict military as you or your competing nation Virbanwa. But the people of Akai often say that the raiders, pirates, and warriors of Gatusan would be wonderful if brought onto the ranks of Akai. They would be
Of
the
course.
swordfish that pulls your ship to the moon where you can become one with your lunar goddess. And
And my master himself is Katsu Sanan.
that's right. That's right. The one you learned your Heavenspear techniques from. So, however conflicted you might feel internally, you are at a familiar campsite in Gatusan. This is a little encampment that your uh, division of the armies have found themselves in. You are getting adjusted. You see a few of your other familiar soldiers getting adjusted. And I want to know what Aodi does on the evening before a big raid.
Um, so everyone gets a visual. I think we have the P crew up there, but
Mm.
Eody very much before the raid. Armor not fully on yet, maybe a little bit on. He's definitely like adjusting a bracer on his forearm, trying to make sure that it's correct. He has his antlers kind of his antlers are very big. They don't have a helmet for him, so he just kind of has like a faceplate that he puts on, but it's not on right now. And his hair is very curly, uh, 3A hair for all my black people out there that know what that is. I know. Very very loose curls just out, and he's probably maybe pacing a little bit. He has this notebook that he carries around with himself, and he's just kind of like reading to himself. And he's probably gonna walk over to his mate Patima
Mhm.
and talk to her. He's probably gonna say like, Patima, do we find out how many there are?
And as you ask Patima, you see that she is very much in a focused state right now. Her bright blue eyes focused on a spot with a tree that she fires an arrow at, landing perfectly within the trunk, and she says, "There will not be enough to stop us," is what I'm hoping personally. She smiles at you. Patima is... She attracts a lot of attention among your fellow soldiers, not just because she's a good warrior, not just because however attractive she is, but because specifically she innately, for one reason or another, she's moon-haired. Her hair, though it is wrapped in a headscarf, her eyebrows are visibly white, and they seem to be naturally so. And lunar qualities in your nation are very, very smiled upon. Crescents, full moons, etc. So, Fatima, despite being lowborn, rose up through the ranks very quickly, and she just kind of smiles at you and says, "However many there are, we're going to have our commander handling the good force of it. We will be picking up the stragglers. It should be very easy. Don't worry. We can be relaxing again tomorrow night." Once again, feathers the tree.
I think Eury very much has like kind of like a competitive like thing with Patima in particular. Probably because he's a little jealous of, you know, all the attention that she gets. So he's probably like, "No, I'm not worried. Just so you know, I'm not."
You're not worried?
You seem worried. I mean, you're practicing. I mean, are you going? Is hitting that tree going to make you more prepared for whatever? Is doing that more helpful than relaxing? I'm just curious because you seem worried.
See, for you, you think I'm not relaxed. You think I am practicing combat because I'm nervous for tomorrow. I'm actually here to tell you this is how I relax. Battle is just in my bones enough that this is how I chill. I chill by firing arrows and things.
Oh, totally. Goddamn, she definitely won that exchange. All right, well, fine. Well, Patima, you know, I always have your back. So.
And I'll have your front. Punches you in the chest.
I take it, and it definitely does not hurt.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. You good? I am a little. I'll aim higher next time.
I'm fine.
You'll be good.
You are so
walking around your Akainon campsites, the other most prominent figures besides you and Patima is your general, often referred to just as Tuan by soldiers and you, just meaning general in the language of Akai. His name is Mulka. Mulka is a tall, beautiful man, very prominent nose, long black hair with many colorful bangles in it. He matches the colorful nature of the Sarimanok he rides, which is this kind of like giant rooster falcon-like creature. So he is a cavalry commander of your people. And you see him twirling his spear a few times as he's just giving commands, going through like a few basic stances, before he looks to you and says, "Eury, come here if you please."
My Tuan. I walk forward and I do my salute of a kainan.
He returns the salute. "Eury, you are very quick. I've been very impressed by your ability to keep up with Talim without very much of an issue." Indicates the giant rainbow-colored bird that sleeps beside him. "And on your feet, too. I'm very impressed."
I hope to have the skill and grace of your rooster, my Tuan.
Yes. She's a beautiful thing, isn't she? I love that bird so much.
You're super into that bird, Tuan. Like, you know, it's cool for sure.
That bird has saved my life so many times. You ever seen a man's head get swallowed by a giant bird?
Eury just stares off into the inner distance. I don't know if I want to see that.
Maybe you will
My Tuan.
tomorrow. Be prepared, yes?
I will prepare myself mentally and emotionally for that exact situation to happen.
Well, you and I just wanted to ask you. You're a decent combatant. You are Kadungganan. You are a warrior who has learned techniques passed down generation to generation, all for the service of our moon goddess. Praise to her.
The Sultana Yarashkara the 12th, the Thunderous Conqueror, Maharani, Her Lunar Majesty.
Her Lunar Majesty, yes.
Consort of the Crescent Moon.
Consort of the Moon, yes.
May her
yes.
lunar radiance grace us all.
Yes, exactly what I was going to say. I must ask, this technique you use, the Heavenspear.
Heavenspear, yes.
Not a practice native to Akai.
Eury is immediately starts sweating. Yes. It's a bit of something I've picked up from a friend.
Now, it is no need to be nervous, Eury. It is
Nervous? Who is nervous? You should talk to Patima. She seems extremely nervous. I am not nervous whatsoever.
I do not often see Patima nervous, but hey, you're her comrade. Maybe you know her traits better than I do. But I wanted to say, Akai, excuse me, has no issue taking warriors of whatever lineage, of whatever technique, so long as they're all in service to the moon goddess, which you absolutely have proven. If anything, you might fill the holes in our ranks that we need so badly. Akai has brilliant cavalry. Just look at my phenomenal bird over there. Just look at Patima.
Eury makes eye contact with the rooster.
The rooster just kind of like looks at you and lets out a squawk far deeper than you expected it to be. One, ha!
Wow. That rooster hit puberty.
But we may ride the elephants, we may ride swordfish, we may ride Tarimanok as I do, but foot soldiers like you are doing much to keep yourself of value to the army. So just keep it up, yes? He salutes you.
I will ride the wind in service of Her Lunar Majesty Yarashkara the 12th, the Thunderous Conqueror, Maharani Her Lunar Majesty, Crescent of the Consort of the Crescent Moon.
Yes.
Of course, my Tuan.
You ever have betel nut before?
Sorry?
Betel nut. It's a delicacy. Come, sit with me.
Betel, no. He's already just like nervous. He's like, oh my god, I'm getting so much attention. Just nervously walks along with the Tuan.
The Tuan sits down besides the campfire, reaches into a small bowl and takes out a tiny, hard, reddish nut. And he goes, This will hit you just as hard as a sip of any rice wine. This is luxury, and I know that not everyone in our army has the chance, but if this helps you keep your head in the game for tomorrow, please help yourself. He pops one into his mouth and chews it, the reddish liquid inside of it kind of like staining his lips and his teeth a little bit.
So, Eury definitely does not... I don't know what the equivalent of like an insight check is.
Yeah.
But like will this
I will say
help?
that this, when you make your out of combat rolls, they are one of the 5 elements: fire, water, earth, and they all roughly line up with the 5e stats. This would be water, I would say, is kind of your wisdom, understanding the ebbs and flows of the world.
And absolutely one of my weakest.
So you're rolling 2 d10s.
2d10.
Okay. if you still get a success, we'll see.
Okay. That is a 1 and a 3.
Okay. You only needed one success to count as a partial success. With none, that is unfortunately a failure. You are unable to suss your Tuan's intentions as he chews on this betel nut. It seems a little odd that he's so casual before a big battle, but who knows? He's kind of a weird guy.
Yeah, Eury absolutely just loves authority figures, and is so eager to take the back seat on literally anything someone he deems as like, an authority figure. So like, without question, he instantly grabs the betel nut and stuffs it down his throat. Am I doing?
You are not supposed to swallow it. You're supposed to chew it.
Oh.
Might just hit you all at once. That's fine.
His pupils dilate.
Part of the joy of the betel nut is the act of claiming nature's bounty for ourselves. You want to chew it, you want to savor it, and has this fun little aspect of reddening your teeth a little bit. After all, in the Sword Isles, only animals have pure white teeth, no?
Chew betel nut. Savor like animals.
Savor like... I think you missed a few words there, but that's okay.
Okay.
You carry that notebook with you a lot. What is the significance of it?
Oh, here I write the insights and the wisdom of in that moment, Eury kind of realizes that he was just kind of like casually talking about his master Kilat. Is that cool? I mean, like, I know, I guess as an introduction, my master Kilat and I don't think it's a secret to him, but like he definitely disapproves that I serve the Sultanate, but is it? I mean, as my Tuan just told me, like getting, like we accept techniques and stuff from everywhere.
Akai takes everything for the goal of uniting the world under their moon goddess.
Right.
If you trained under a master who does not approve, perhaps he's optimistic that they still got away with you in that exchange.
Right.
But you're not on the side of your master.
Yeah, I think maybe I just don't mention my master's opinions, but I'm like, yes, my master Kilat, who taught me the ways of the Heavenspear. I keep his wisdoms and his insights with me at all times, because I know he cannot be with me in service of the lunar goddess.
Yes.
Right.
So that is all fine. And I just want to put out there that you and I both fight with spears. You can leap and fly like an eagle, and I have perhaps the only avian in our Sword Isles even greater than the eagle. Points at his giant
the giant rooster. Yes, even greater than.
That's right. If you excuse me, if you desire additional teaching, you have me, and you have other people who have taught me in the ways of the spear as well. I can show you to them.
Happily, my Tuan. I always strive for the sword.
Absolutely.
We seek martial prowess in the service of Sultana Yarashkara the 12th, the lunar consort to the crescent moon, the thunderous conqueror Maharani. May her lunar radiance grace us all.
Shine in us all, yes. At this moment, you start to feel you start to feel very dizzy suddenly.
That shit hits me, and I fucking Dill out Dune on a count of three.
Oh.
Fucking fully. Eury is like his pupils dilate, and he's having a full.
Your Tuan Mulka goes to you and yes, rejoice in the glory of the moon. She
Just
shines a light on
quiet.
all of us.
I think he's gone.
And it does not help with the way that the Tuan is just sitting next to you on a log staring up at the sky. You know, we are like birdseed. Right?
I think Eury gets in the fetal position.
We are harvested and put in sacks.
The Tuan's just like doing a lecture while Eury is like crumpled on the ground.
Full-on lecture of strange bird analogies the whole time, too. Sometimes
really
we
about that
we
rooster.
think we are the feather on the wing. And yet, we need all the feathers to work together to fly to the moon. Do you understand?
I am a feather, I fly the cuerpo. I am a feather, la pluma.
You feel a boot slam into your side as Patima's standing over you, her arms folded. Hey, what are you doing down there?
I stare at her with giant pupils.
Tuan,
I am a feather. I am a feather. I am a feather, and I will fly. We will fly as avians. We are birdseed.
Tuan, you gave him betel nut, and the Tuan goes, my beautiful Patima, would you like to indulge as well? She goes, no, we have a battle tomorrow. She like props you up against the log and like takes a cup of water, kneels down, puts it to your lips. Drink, and the rest, we have a mission tomorrow.
You're so cool. Yeah, Patima, you're so cool.
I know. She
Whispering, I know.
I'm very cool. And you want to make sure that you're your best self so that you don't perish. Yes?
I need to be a feather so I don't perish.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Tuan. Good night, Eury. She walks off.
I walk out of the Tuan's tent. Does she not help me? I collapse on the floor. I fall asleep on the dirt. I fall asleep immediately outside the
We
Tuan's
see
tent.
Eury fall asleep on the ground, suddenly hoisted like a baby cat by the back of your armor by this giant rooster head of the Sari Monarch, which plops you on top of a sleeping bag, takes the beak, puts some blanket over you, takes a
Fucking
shit,
giant.
and then flies away.
Oh my god, no! No!
Not on you, just next to you.
No, just next to me? Okay, that's fine. Amazing.
And with that, morning comes.
Wonderful.
Yeah. You are rested. You kind of shake off the betel nut. And it is time for food, and it is time to start marching to the Gubat Banwa outpost.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I fit my armor. I keep washing my face, but I can't get the smell of it's just strange, awful smell. It feels like it's following me. And then I fit my armor on, get my epaulets on, and my faceplate, and I get my spear, and I start marching with the rest of my Kainan soldiers.
Absolutely. Tuan Mulka leads the way, riding atop his Sari Monarch, which like is proudly strutting through the jungles. There are scouts ahead that will occasionally run back and tell you all to change directions or to move cautiously because it seems like you are entering the area where lookouts might be. And soon, over the horizon, in a vast area, you see what look to be the remains of a Gatusan village. It is more highland than lowland, so though Gatusan is a very Riverlands-centric nation, it's very dry up here on top of this almost sandy plateau of dirt. Ducking behind foliage as this area comes into sight, the Tuan gives you all of your orders. All right, the main force with me. The defenders will hold off the potential escape route, make sure that they are not able to get away from us, and our swiftest, the beautiful, immaculate Patima and young Eury, you will be in charge of hunting down any stragglers that might try to escape through other ways. Are we all clear on our plan of attack?
I salute.
Very well. We strike swiftly. We strike quietly until the first flash of steel. He pulls his spear back, grabs onto the reins of his Sari Monarch, the long bangled hair blowing in the wind behind him. For her lunar majesty, we ride. Ah! The bird paws and charges forward.
There's something so funny about
It's a legit class. It's a good sentinel class.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's an amazing class. It's his obsession with
Yep.
the rooster.
Listen, it's the rule of improv, right? You look for the game,
Yeah,
you look
yeah.
for the funny thing, and you do it over and over.
Absolutely.
Eury, do you rush into the Verbanwan campground?
I looked at Patima and I said, "Okay, let's hang back. What as the main force rushes in, let's be a few paces behind, stand by the front of the gate, and start our search for anyone trying to escape from the pressure of the main force."
Would so much rather be on the front. But yes, we'll keep an eye. And
we will not question the wisdom of the Tuan.
Yes. The wisdom of the
He's just whispering under his breath, and also the wisdom of the
yeah. Gotta say the full name every time.
Just say the full thing every time.
Absolutely. And as you all are crouched, prepared to engage any possible enemies that come your way, the battle begins. You see like a giant burst of color. Tuan Mulka, riding on his mount, is whirling through the enemy campground. His spear first being driven downward and then over his head, and then back down again. Truly a huge show of force. All of this accompanied by the spread wings of Talim, his mount, flapping in a huge burst of wind, arrows that fly their way, rendering near impenetrable her hide of thick feathers during this fight. You see many of your comrades who you have fought running in, and it seems to be quite in your favor. There is one Virbanwan that tries to escape. Virbanwan, compared to the people of Akai, tend to be much more clean-cut. Some of them are a little bit paler due to just a little bit of Pale King lineage. And some of them, you know, they live different lifestyles than the people of Akai. It's much more
baby-faced cowards.
Indeed. And Patima, sure enough, feathers one of these fleeing young conscripts who falls to the ground. This battle rages for about 15 minutes in the small village that this Virbanwan outpost is in. When all of a sudden, you, Eury, see 3 uninjured people making a run for the gate, past the Tuan, past your comrades, and you see a clean-cut military commander of this force, beautiful white shirt, blade in his hand, accompanied by a man lugging a cannon behind him, and another person with a spear. And the initially intimidating military commander with his high cheekbones and fierce stare all of a sudden goes, "Okay, we maybe need to get out of here as quickly as possible. We are losing very badly." Turns, sees you and Patima. "Well, shit."
Patima, it is time.
Patima looks to you, smiles, and with a wave of her hands, a magical aura starts to whoosh around her. She leaps atop this strange spectral bubble that starts to form until she is on top of this ethereal, transparent swordfish as she draws her bow.
I whip my spear up as the wind comes up around me, and my hair flows, and I start rushing towards the commander. I start going specifically towards the I think I want to go towards the who's in the front? Is it the military commander?
So we are in combat, so this is how we're gonna resolve it now. So, if you want to, I think the best way to look at the map will be to just, like, open stream. And I'll just tell you where everything is. Let's rename this as the General. Let's name, let's see, who are the other enemies? There's a cannoneer, and there's a royal guard. So, and the cannoneer, or Tiglantaka, is the official name, but we can always just say cannoneer to keep it simple. This is your battle setup. You and Patima standing side by side versus the escaping enemy commander, one of his guards, and one of his cannoneers. So that's the setup we have right now. Let's go ahead and figure out the order that we are going to go in. Let's have the enemies stick to the typical Gubat Banwa turn order. So it's going to be the Royal Guard, and then it can be either Eury or Patima. Do you want to go second? In the combat? Not.
I think I'll go first.
Perfect.
I think I can set us up for
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. So Royal Guard, Eury, and then it's the Taka, or the Cannoneer, Patima, the General, and any player character after that. You can choose which is best depending on the round. So, welcome to our first battle of the session. Let's do this! I am going to roll to see what the enemy Cannoneer does. Oh, this actually is... Oh, okay, so the Tiglantaka is a generic enemy. This one is specifically a Cannoneer. Virbanwan unit clad in a steel breastplate, lugging around a dragon-mouthed cannon. So, the enemy that goes first is actually going to be the Royal Guard. This person, wearing breastplates, greaves, tassets, and intricate helmets that almost look eagle-like, is going to go ahead and start going after you. So let's go ahead and roll a d10 to see what he does.
Alright, let me get my d8s ready.
Of course. So, the enemy Royal Guard is going to move and then inflict violence upon... let's see, who's he going to aim for? He's going to go right here, and he's going to go for Patima. Because he's still adjacent in that position. Yes, rejoice in the glory of combat, indeed. he is going to make a metal bravery attack versus all fighters in line 2. Lines can be diagonal. He cannot connect with both of you, so right now he's just going for the archer.
He's just going for Patima? Okay.
So he is going to roll while Patima defends. I'm just going to roll those dice. As a defender, as a sentinel, he only attacks with 3d10, and she gets to defend with 4d8s because she invested in defense. So, let's see how she does. Oh, man. That is, okay. He got pretty much the max possible, almost the max possible amount of successes.
Oh, no.
Rolling, which is not that many. 2 crits, but only 4 hits total. With 2 10s and a 9. Patima got 1 defense. So Patima is going to take 3 points of damage as this royal guard in this helmet visor covering their head runs up and takes a big greatsword swipe at her. Patima is going to take 3 points of metal damage, which luckily is not an element that she is weak to. And the general, the enemy commander, goes, yes, just keep it up. Focus down the archer. Now it is your turn, Eury.
Okay, perfect. Eury is going to... he sees that the amount of damage that this guy did, or just like his ease, and going to say, thank you for coming to me. You've made it much easier. And I'm going to... I'm trying to decide.
You got options, baby.
Yeah. I know, I got options. I'm going to Hornbill Lance, take my spear, whip it, and scoop him up and throw him up in the air.
Go for it. And guess what? Is that an air attack?
I'm thinking about either you, because his attack was metal, right?
It was, though that doesn't necessarily have impact on what he's weak to.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'll give it a try. I'm gonna use air.
That is literally his weakness. Good guess.
Oh, fuck yes, dude. Okay, perfect. So, is that all? That's all 5 of my
5 d10s, yeah.
Plus,
it'll deal 1 extra hit because it's his weakness.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so I'm rolling 5 d10s.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10. That's a 1. Sorry.
Okay.
That's 2 10s, a 1, a 9, and a 5. So
3 hits.
Wait, sorry.
Right.
So 2, 4, 5. 5 plus 1 because that's his weakness.
Whoa.
So that's 6 hits.
Okay, and he only got 1 defend.
Okay.
So he's going to take 5 points of damage, which is a good chunk of his HP. And this is your juggle skill, right?
Yeah, this is my juggle, so he's juggled now, right?
Yeah, paint this picture. How do you launch him?
Eury sees the damage that he did to Patima, and I think he's just going to yell, "Patima, heads up!" and take his spear, whip it around his head, whip him up, and as he's in the air, he's going to yell out, "Rush under!" and I'm now going to go over. Oh wait, can I sky rave him now? Or do I need to unbind myself first?
I think. Let me double check the wording of it. Let's see. I don't think you need to unbind. No, you don't need to unbind to Skyrave.
I don't need to unbind to Skyrave?
Nope.
Cool, perfect. So I'm going to Skyrave now.
Nice.
So 1 beat to gain a Hawk Eagle token. And then, sorry, when an enemy in range 3 takes down their juggle duration, discard a token and teleport to a square. Okay.
Yep.
So that's just gonna set me up for later. And then using my last beat, I'm going to actually see, can I if I'm on the other side, can I vault diagonally?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to vault heaven over him so I'm going to yeet
Mhm.
myself over him while he's in the air,
Mm-hmm.
to the diagonal one to his
Yep.
southeast.
Yep.
So Patima's still flanking, and now he has brave down for 2 turns.
Absolutely. I will say this is not flanking is opposite sides, so you'd have to be
opposite
like,
sides.
but you
So
can land at any adjacent square. So super your
Okay.
call, depending on how in the enemy's face you want to be. Whether you want to be the west, southwest, even directly south. Basically anything that's not like within 2 squares of Patima.
Gotcha. Anything that's not within. So let me be southwest. I think closer
Southwest.
to that cannoneer.
That is a good call. That is a good call. Awesome. All right. So brave down inflicted. Now the Royal Guard did get to activate their special ability, which is they used counter on their turn. So when attacked, consume the counter token to inflict violence back at the attacker. I don't know if that happens before you inflicted brave down or not, but because I think it's so cool, they're only going to roll with 1d10 because you dropped, or 2d10s because you dropped their brave for 2 turns.
Hell yeah.
So go ahead and roll your defense. This is a metal attack, which I don't believe you're weak to.
I am not. That is 2 8s
Nothing.
and a 1.
Zip. They only got 1 success. So as you launch them into the air, they kind of take a desperate swipe at you with their weapon. The air is your home. You deflect it.
Right. I deflect it, vault over him, land on the side. I'm not even looking in Patima's direction. I'm staring down the other 2, and I'm just trusting her to deal more damage to this guy.
Absolutely. All right. So he's still flying in the air from your attack against him. Patima just wordlessly draws her bow and gets ready to attack. She recognizes that the General is probably the one that she wants to hunt down, but also this Royal Guard was like set up real nice. So let's see, here's what she's gonna do. She is going to use a sea javelin attack. So she fires this arrow, water starts rushing around it, and makes an attack at the General. So let's see. Oh, he actually has very good resistance, unfortunately. But let's see how it goes. Because she attacks with the Fate stat, not the Brave stat. So, you're a good team, but seems like the General is a little bit more favorable towards that. All right. He. Let's see. Just double checking.
So fucking rad. This is just so cool. Oh my god.
So that dang, she should have definitely done another attack. Because he already has water vulnerability. But he's gonna take 1 damage.
Okay.
And now we know that he has water vulnerability. Despite having a lot of faith. She deals 1 point of damage to him with her strike. And then, what's she gonna do? Is she gonna Seafoam Slide this? I think she will. She's gonna do Seafoam Slide to rush 3 and then gain +1 attack tooth on her next water attack. And then inflict water vulnerability on all enemies adjacent to her after the rush. So she is going to inflict, learning that he's already inflicted, but with water vulnerability, she's just gonna go here, put water vulnerability on the Royal Guard.
Okay.
She looks to you and says, Eury, that's a cannoneer. You don't want to be in a direct line. Pointing out that you were in a direct line with her before.
I'm going to shocked face look and give Patima a nod.
Patima pulling mentor shit on you as it is the cannoneer's turn. This is all in universe. We love it.
I love it.
She's very, very battle hardened at this point. Cannoneer rolled a 3. Stride, leap, inflict violence. What? What a strange move.
Oh no. Okay. Well, I rolled a 5, a 2, and a 1 for my. Oh, did he attack me?
He was going to, yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's just going to stride and then leap. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. No, I guess he jumps over you. This is a surprisingly fast dude who launches a cannon blast at his feet, which propels him over you, and as he's in the air, fires a blast at you. You said you didn't do too hot on your defend?
No, 5, 2, and a 1.
Okay, and you're not weak to fire though, right?
No,
Okay,
that's
good.
my strongest element.
Oh, nice.
Or, no,
it's
that's
your
my
sword.
sword.
Right.
Yeah, that's my sword.
Yeesh! Okay. Enemies have been rolling really, really well, because that's 3 successes and a crit, so that's 5 damage. Fires this blast. Yeesh! Not that great.
Sheesh.
I think I also did the enemy order wrong, because Patima should have gone after the cannoneer, but that's okay. You take 5 damage. Alright. Let's have... Normally in the order, yeah, the general should go.
Yeah.
So unfortunately that is 2 in a row just because I got the order wrong.
No, it's cool. It makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, everyone still gets their round. The general is going to move, inflict violence, and inspire. So the general is going to, let's see, run up to Patima. He takes 2 strides forward, and he is going to do his attack called Fuego, which is a... Oh, no, never mind. It's a ranged attack. He's not going to get that close. He's going to go right here, because he doesn't want to get flanked.
Okay.
Ranged fire bravery attack versus 1 fighter in range 3. 1 fighter in line in the battlefield may inflict violence. Nobody is adjacent to him, so he's not a very good commander. He's just going to attack Patima with a bravery attack. That's kind of the thing about Gubat Banwa enemies in particular. They have this ability called inline, where if they're standing adjacent to each other, they get a lot of benefits, but the general is not adjacent to right now. Okay. Patima takes another 3 damage. She's taken, she's at 8 hit points, which is not great. She's about at half.
Not great, yeah.
But it's y'all's turn now. Do you or Patima want to go?
I think I'm going to yell to Patima, Patima, move! And I'm going to let her go so that she can get out of the way so I can maybe do something on my turn.
All right, so she's going to take a full turn, which means she's going to use her first action to surge and recover 4 hit points. So first she takes a deep breath and she says, I'll move. In a moment! She takes a watery arrow and fires it both through the Royal Guard and the Cannoneer. So she is going to do her Ocean Blade, Area Water Faith attack versus all fighters in range 2, path 3. So she can hit both the Royal Guard and the Cannoneer with this. Let's see, let's roll for the Guard first. Hit, 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 hit! 2 blocks, so Royal Guard is going to take... let's see, Royal Guard's going to take 2 damage, and the Cannoneer, I think, is going to take the full, unless they're weak to water. Oh, they're resistant to water, so they both take 3 damage.
Both take 3? Okay.
Yep. -3, and... minus another 3. So the Royal Guard is roughly on half hit points off of Patima's attack. Firing this watery arrow through both of them. She surged. She did that. What's she going to do now? Oh, her Deluge is also now at 2. Okay.
What's her Deluge?
So that is the Swordfish Cavalier's innate ability. Every time they make a water attack, they gain Deluge. They can expend Deluge to turn misses into hits. When you have 1 Deluge or more, you can rush 1 before or after making an attack. Oh, sick! So she's gonna pop herself here. Mm-hmm.
And also the Royal Guard is still juggled. I forgot we talked about what that did
Oh,
for her
yes.
attacks. But
Yes. Oh my goodness. So, actually, didn't matter for that turn. I think it might have mattered last
Okay.
time. Juggled means on a 5 and up hit.
5 and up.
So I'll just
Okay.
I'll just subtract 1 extra HP from him. So when she has 1 deluge, she can move before or after making an attack. So she just kind of slides up to get in better flanking position with you, and she's gonna Seafoam slide and pop herself right there. Get away from the general, and also deal some damage. Oh my god, she gained an extra tooth because of the Seafoam slide last time. So let me just roll an extra die. Oh my god, she crit. So let's just subtract 2 more HP from each of these guys.
Let's fucking go, dude. Let's go, Patima.
Yeah, a lot to keep track of, but she's a very competent ally. Cannoneer is starting to look hurt too, actually. Yeah. And whenever you rush as a Swordfish Cavalier, you enter a water form, so her Swordfish kind of starts to get this ethereal glow. Water attacks will heal her now. If enemies have water attacks.
Right.
So she just kind of smiles at you and says, "Keep up!"
I hear that and I smile. And as she says, "Oh, it's not my turn. What am I talking about?"
Oh, it will be very soon, though.
It will be very soon.
Yeah.
But I smile as she says that. That's very funny.
Haha. Both the Royal Guard and the Cannoneer are at half HP, which is fun.
Okay, perfect.
And then soon it's just the General. Okay. Top of the order, it is the Royal Guard. Royal Guard falls down from Juggle at the start of the turn. You want to just make a free attack?
Yes, please.
Go for it.
Get that free attack.
Go for it. Actually, I think Patima would have put herself there, so you get flanking. You get flanking, you get an extra die.
Oh, sick. Okay, so that's... Get an extra die. So that's... Or extra die or extra hit?
Extra die for flanking.
Extra die. Okay, so now I have 6. Jesus.
Big numbers.
Okay, that's a 4, that's a 3, that doesn't hit. That's a 1.
Anything above 6?
That's a 2. That's an 8 and a 10.
So 3 hits?
3 hits.
Let me roll his defend. He does have 5 d8s for his defend.
Oh, sorry. And
yeah.
When an enemy in range 3 takes down their juggle duration, discard the token to teleport to any square adjacent to them.
So you could potentially move
and
too.
Inflict. Yeah, so let me move from that position to the east side of him.
East side here?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
cool. Then
right
she would have gone here knowing you were going to do that.
Perfect.
He got 2 defends. How did you do on your attack again? How many successes?
I got
3?
3 hits.
Okay, so 1 damage on his turn. He's yeah. It looks like a few more successful attacks might take him out. Maybe even just 1 more successful attack. You land and or he lands, and let's paint the picture for what does it look like when you see that he lands and you take the opportunity to rush him?
When I see that he lands, I literally take my spear, stab it into his shoulder, and then use my spear to leap over him into the other space.
That's sick. I love it. All right. So the Royal Guard groans, suddenly attack you after they slamming into the ground. They stand up, their helmet chipped from the fall. One of the eagle wings broken off of it. They are going to stride and then do Defender Aura. Gain the Defender stance until the end of the next turn. While in this stance, they have 1 defend and all allies adjacent have cover. So the Royal Guard is going to plop themselves here. And now the Cannoneer and the General have cover, which gives them basically extra defense against ranged attacks.
Okay.
You're not a ranged attacker, though, and it's your turn.
I'm not. His fucking position did fuck it up for me, though.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, you could always go Kong Vault's Heaven and just jump over somebody.
Actually, I'm going to spend a beat to unbind myself.
Okay, sure.
And so I can rush 3, right?
Yeah, so you can rush through enemies too. If you want to.
So even though this isn't, I'm trying to think in what direction I want to do this. Has the General taken any damage whatsoever?
The General has not.
Has not. Okay.
Mhm.
So even though I don't think I get flanking, I'm going to rush 2 through the cannoneer. So
Over to
he's
this
going
side?
to take to the left, and then up 1, so that I'm right next to Patima. The cannoneer is going to take 1 damage just from me moving through them.
Nice.
Then I'm going to twirl my lance and strike forward. I'm going to say, "Stay still for me." That's perfect. And strike forward with lightning lance. And
oh shit!
I could do it against 2 targets in a line. So I'll be hitting the cannoneer and the royal guard.
Yes, you can do that. They do have. I think they do have cover because this counts as a ranged attack, which just means that it takes
okay, it does.
maybe. So
Does...
cover isn't bad. It just means that only 7 and ups are successes.
Okay.
So up to you. You're still attacking with 5 dice.
Gotcha. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. I'll roll for the cannoneer first.
Attack with 5 dice.
Cannoneer got no defense. And count the 7s and up this time.
Come on, baby. Oh, that's a lot of 1s.
Oh no.
That's 7 and an 8. That's 2 hits.
Okay. Let's see. Cannoneer is weak to earth. Royal Guard's weak to air. Okay.
Yeah.
The Cannoneer takes both hits, and the Royal Guard just takes 1.
Okay.
They're really looking hurt. And you have... Let's see. You did your rush. You unbound yourself. I think that's your turn.
I think that's my turn, yeah.
Okay. What's your HP looking like, by the way?
I am at 9 from a total of 14.
Okay, you are fine. And also, just so you know how getting defeated looks, you don't die once you hit 0 HP.
Okay.
It's not like D&D either, where you fall unconscious and start making death saves and like just aren't able to do shit. In this game, once you hit 0 HP, you enter critical condition. You can still act as normal, nothing changes, but the next enemy to make an attack on you, not like deal status effect damage or anything, has the option to death blow you, and that kills you.
Okay, gotcha.
Just so you know, that's how it works.
Yeah. No, that's sick as hell.
Yeah. So, you don't have to like spend like a whole, like several combat rounds waiting for someone to pick you up. You can still fight
just like not doing anything.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
This game really works hard to make up for the 5e shortcomings that I didn't even think of.
Yeah, same.
The Cannoneer, oh god, that's the worst thing for them to do. The Cannoneer is going to spend their entire turn, all 3 actions, to just load their cannon with a big fucking attack. And the next attack they do gains overwhelming.
Okay.
They don't have a lot of HP left, though, so this is looking real desperate for them. Oh, man. The General's allies are just incredibly passive right now. Let's see.
I mean, it makes sense. They still got that buff from the Royal Guard, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they did. All right, so it pressures on to finish off the Cannoneer before they just launch that shit. Their next attack gains Overwhelming, which is a very powerful offensive status. Let me just double check to make sure. Every success counts as 2 successes instead of just 1. So it'll do a lot of damage.
Yeah, that'll definitely hurt me and Patima.
Yep. Patima's gonna really try to make sure that she is able to help out. Let's see. Also, we'll probably wrap in a half hour. If you need to take a break or anything, just let me know.
For sure.
Let's see. She wants to hit multiple people. She gains 3 deluge at the start of this turn when she attacks.
Fucking love it.
Once she gains 3 deluge, her melee and ranged attacks inflict splash, inflict 1 hit on all enemies adjacent to 1 target of the attack. Okay.
That's gonna, if she can hit that whole royal guard. That's literally, yeah.
It's damage to everybody. So
come on, Patima.
Let's see. What's she gonna do? Inflict water vulnerability. Area water faith attack versus all fighters in range 5. Burst 1. Oh my god, her sea Lantaka, her sea cannon, will also just hit everybody. So she's going to spend 1 action to fire her sea cannon area water faith attack versus all fighters in range 5 burst 1. So she centers the burst on the royal guard and hits all surrounding squares.
Fuck yeah.
So she just loads a huge arrow which swirls with energy. She fires not at the royal guard who holds up their blade to defend themselves, but at their feet, which explodes in a blast of water. So she is going to roll to hit first, while each of the enemies defends. So let's roll for the cannoneer first. So she got 4 hits. The cannoneer got no defense, and the cannoneer had 2 hit points. So
oh fuck yes.
She fires this blast of water, slams into the chest of the cannoneer. You hear a horrible cracking sound from their rib cage as it caves in on their own chest, causing them to bleed before they slam into the ground. The cannoneer is dead. The royal guard, because this is a faith attack, they do not have resistance against. Oh, but everyone has cover. Do they grant cover to themselves? Hold on.
That's a good question.
Let's see.
I think you mentioned that. They granted something.
All allies adjacent have cover, so they do not have cover.
Oh.
So so it dealt 1 less damage to the cannoneer, but it didn't matter. It still brought them to -1. They perished. Royal Guard to defend gets 2 successes, so they take 2 damage. They are on their last legs. And finally, the General gets attacked. The General is weak to water, which is not good for them. They go, shit! As they're attacked.
Oh my god, let's fucking go.
3 successes versus the 4 hits, but they have the weakness, so they're going to take 2 damage.
I softened them up, just to be clear about them.
Yes, keep telling yourself that. All right. That's her first action.
Oh, that's her first action?
Yeah,
Fuck
she's a sharpshooter. She specializes in blasting things and blowing them up.
She's so fucking good.
If she wants to spend 1 extra beat, she can inflict pull 2 on all chosen targets. Oh, interesting. +1 action to put down a burst 1 sea field in the area. Any ally can make their attack into water and heal 1 when they start their turn within. That doesn't seem useful at this moment. Let's see. Well, she
not
gained...
right now, but let me ask, if I can ask Patima, if you can you pull the royal guard away from the General?
She can.
Will you be able to handle him if you do?
I'll do what I can. The blast launches the royal guard away from the General. Oh my god, that completely disrupted their formation.
Yeah. Handle the guard. I'll take the General. I'll take the glory.
Well, you can try. So, you know what she's gonna do? She's gonna take a risk and she's gonna attack again.
Okay.
So, because she wants to potentially help wear down the royal guard too. So let's just see how.
Yeah.
1 success, 1 defense. So doesn't work that time. And she is going to use her last action because she's at 9 hit points, which isn't great, but she's just going to hit a defense stat. Defend.
Okay.
So she uses an action to gain 1 defend.
Okay. So the next time she's hit, she has just one defense?
Yes. So she automatically takes one less damage.
Gotcha.
Just so the two of you are adjacent to each other, kind of bristling at the chance that in the chaos of everything, you might finish off the fleeing enemy general.
Yeah.
As this is going on, by the way, all of this is happening within the course of a few minutes. You continue to hear your comrades of Akai, their battle cries, the clangs of steel, the cries of the Verbanwan soldiers as they're defeated, and you also hear a very sudden banging sound, one piercing noise in the battlefield. It almost seems to get quiet, because what you have heard is a gunshot. Cannons have existed in the Sword Isles for a while. Guns are a little bit newer.
Guns are newer. Is it normal in combat to do like a soft skill roll?
I'll allow you to do it. Yeah, go ahead.
Just based off of that gunshot sound, could I at least tell like where it was coming from? If it was like around my Tuan, or
I'll allow you to roll. I'll allow air or water for this.
I'm gonna do air for sure.
Go for it. Do your thing.
That's a 9 and a 7.
Okay, it's a partial success, which is great. It sounds like it's coming from the opposite edge of the battlefield that you are on.
Okay.
Which it means a few things, and I'll tell you, because even though 1 to 2 hits is a partial success, I think it's still you can still put this together. You are attacking an encampment. The sound of a weapon from the opposite side where you are from sounds like a new arrival of some kind, whatever it is.
Oh. Patima, we have to wrap this up quick. Forget about the Royal Guard. Go for the General.
She nods to you, and the General is going to take their turn. Let's see. Let's roll a d6. Alright, so they are going to move here, and they just go, fire! And you see that from somewhere, somebody launches a blast of fire at Patima. So they are going to roll their attacks. Patima's going to roll for defense. 2 hits. Patima gets 1 guard. So she... Oh, wait a second. She defended. She takes no damage.
She defend... Oh, shit. Nice.
Yep. So the general goes, fuck, and gives the Royal Guard an extra attack die.
Just Patima surrounded by like a swirl of water.
Exactly.
Love it.
So now, let's see. We're at the top of the order. Actually, no, it has to alternate. Wait a second.
Yeah.
So we can't head back to the top of the order. One of you can go.
Okay. I will absolutely take my move. This general made an idiot by coming closer to me, and he's not with his Royal Guard.
Nope.
So I'm still unbound. I'm going to rush down and over the east side of the general. So he takes 1 damage, and he's being flanked.
Nice.
I'm going to Hornbill Lance. I'm going to Hornbill Lance. Like, the way it looks is while I'm moving through him, I do like a fucking like storm in X-Men, like just twirl and completely sweep him under his feet and whip him up in the air. And while I have him up in the air, I'm going to attack him immediately.
All right.
Which I get 1 hit on him.
Okay.
1 true hit.
1 true hit.
Right
nice.
off the bat. And he's going to be stopped once he hits the ground. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get another one because I'm flanking him, right? So 6 dice in total.
Yep.
I'm gonna make this a. Patima already found out he had a water vulnerability, right?
Yes. You don't know what he's resistant to yet.
So if but water is my weakest stat. Does that matter?
That part of it doesn't matter.
Okay, perfect.
You just kind of pick whether you want to attack with your default element or your sword element.
Okay, got you.
Mm-hmm.
My default element or my sword.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to attack with my default, my air element.
Go for it.
Perfect. So this is 6 dice.
Yeah, nice.
And because he's juggled 5 or higher,
he's juggled after the attack, after the launch. So you don't juggle him before the attack. You hit him, and then if it hits, he gets juggle inflicted upon him.
Oh wait. Okay, sorry, I misunderstood.
You're okay.
Okay, got it. So that's 7.
Mm-hmm.
7.
Nice.
And 9.
So 3 successes?
The 3 successes.
Nice. So he got 2 successes, however, he is resistant to air, so unfortunately,
gotcha.
No damage, no juggle.
No damage. No juggle either.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's okay, you now learned he's resistant to air.
To air. Gotcha. He is right up on us. I'm gonna take away 1 dice and juggle him again. I'm gonna try to juggle him again.
Yeah, so attack with 1 less die. Are you still making it air element?
No, I'm making it fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Didn't roll too well.
Just 5 now.
Oh, actually, you take away 2 die. Sorry, you take away 2 die. On your
take away 2
attack.
die.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this is gonna be 4.
Still 4.
Sorry. Yeah, so a decent amount. Dude. Here we go. No. That's a 2, a 4, a 1, and a 9.
No. He only got 1 success, so 1 more would have done it.
Fuck me.
As you run up to the general ready to attack, he is able to clang his own weapon against yours. Would you Akai people just leave us alone? We're just trying to hold an encampment.
Never, for the glory of the consort of the crescent moon.
But we have a deity too, and the fallen star, the ashen star.
A false idol.
He's fucking pissed that you said that.
Just fucking arguing with this.
Absolutely.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Well, fuck me. But Patima's flanking at the very least.
That's
and that
true.
Royal Guard is far from. Oh wait, but Royal Guard goes next.
It is the Royal Guard's turn, so they are going to. I rolled a 10, stride, and then do Sun Splitter. Oh my goodness. Oh god, who do they aim for? I think you're attacking the general, so they're going to go for you. So they're going to move here, which means... Oh, wait. They don't get flanking. Dang. Okay. Area of Fire, Bravery attack versus all enemies in line 6. They cannot connect with both of you. And inflict Provoke, which means you have to attack them if this hits. Okay. So, go ahead and roll your defense.
Okay.
While they roll attack.
Go. It's an 8 and a 7 and a 1.
They got a 6, a 7, and a 1. Sentinels are not good attackers. Let's
go.
For the Ashen Star! This fiery sword comes down, and you... Fighting both
with
of them.
With the butt of my staff, fighting both of them.
Oh, yeah.
Little help!
Well...
I know this looks very badass, but I need help.
And Provoke is not inflicted, so you do not have to attack the Royal Guard.
Perfect.
Your turn.
Is it Patima's turn?
You go before her, I think. It's at the end of last turn, you just had the option to choose either.
Oh,
one
I just
of
had
you.
the option. Okay.
Yeah, take another turn, baby. You got this.
Gotcha. Okay, let me do some maybe dumb shit.
Please.
So I'm still unbound.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been attacked.
You haven't been hit. Yeah, you need 3
Haven't
hits to
been hit.
lose unbound.
So, man, I'm trying to figure out strategically how to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to end up on the southeast side, dealing 1 damage to the guard. But does the Royal Guard still have that buff up?
No, they do not.
They do not.
That's a 1-turn thing.
Gotcha. So I'm going to try what I did last time, which is I'm going to move down diagonally south to that southeast side.
Yep.
I am going to I'm sorry I keep going back and forth.
You're okay.
Actually, what I'm going to do first is, since I'm right next to the general, juggle him. I'm going to try to juggle him one last time.
Go for it. And he's resistant to air, so do your fire thing.
So I'm going with fire. And I'm still flanking, so that's 6 die, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So that's 10, 7, and that's it.
So 3 hits?
5, 4, 3, yeah.
Okay.
So 3 hits.
But because he only got 2 defends, the juggle goes through. You successfully launched the general.
Okay, perfect. So that's 1. He's up there. And it's take away 2 dice regardless of what attack I do, right?
Yes, unfortunately. Which is why, those other skills like the vault, like the unbinding, etc., are all sick.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You could always just roll the dice and attack him again. Who knows?
So I'm going to add 1 beat to change the attack to an area metal bravery attack.
Oh, okay.
Could I do that?
Yeah.
And then,
but it's a line though, right?
All enemies in line 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's a big line, but it does have to be like a big spear throw, basically.
I should have did what I wanted to do on my first turn. I wanted to move through the Royal Guard on that southeast. But I'm gonna do that now.
Mm-hmm.
So move down through the Royal Guard. So the Royal Guard takes 1 damage.
Nice. Royal Guard's very much almost dead.
And fuck it. Last move, I'm gonna take away 2 dice and I'm gonna do my lightning glance and pierce through the both of them.
Okay, so yeah, roll that. I'm taking away 2 dice. I'll roll for the general first.
And I'm not flanking anymore, right? So this is only
not.
3 dice. Okay.
General got 3 defend.
So that's a 7 and an 8 and a 2.
Okay. The general is okay because he got 2 defend. The Royal Guard.
He's juggled though.
Oh shoot, you're right. So that means 7.
No, that doesn't.
Or 5 and up hit, which I don't think.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Royal Guard also got 2 defend. But what? Knowing that the general resists air and the Royal Guard is weak to air, what element did you attack with?
I definitely attacked with air. I attacked with air.
You still attack with air? That means, because they had 1 HP left, how do you finish the Royal
Guard? So I knocked the general in the air, so he's flying through. As he flies up in the air, me and the Royal Guard make eye contact. And I dash under him and I just go for like a quick thrust through the Royal Guard's guard.
Casual piercing through their breastplate as they hit the ground. 1 enemy left, launched into the air. Patima looks to you and says, "Ignore the general, or ignore the Royal Guard." You said, "Go for the general."
I set you up.
Claiming more glory. Okay. This does kind of fuck with turn order a little bit because now it's the general's turn.
Because now it's the general's turn, right?
So I think
So
juggle,
that means
I think he does fall back to the ground.
he falls back to the ground. Okay.
Ugh. Oh my god, you people are crazy. He's almost done. And a lot of his abilities had to do with making enemies attack or making allies attack for him.
Okay.
Man, I was hoping he'd roll. If I rolled a 6 on the d10, he would spend his entire turn summoning a conscript, which is the Verbanwan generic raider, in an adjacent square.
Dude, that would have been crazy.
Yeah. He keeps rolling move, inflict violence, inspire, but his allies are dead. He's just gonna move. He doesn't care that he's gonna lose dice because he's pissed and desperate. He's just gonna start attacking you. So go ahead and roll posture.
Okay, perfect. Come at me, bitch. Oh, that's no defend.
Okay, no defense. You take 1 damage.
Okay.
And he does it again, even though he only rolls 1 die because he's angry.
Okay. Damn it. That's no defend again.
You take 2 more damage.
Okay.
This general is vicious. He's pissed off. You will die to the glory of the Ashen Star.
Now I'm bleeding. I'm a bloody mess.
Oh no.
I'm at half hit points.
All right.
Or below half hit points.
All right. Just 1 enemy left, but it seems like he is intent to go down swinging.
Yeah.
Patima has hit 3 deluge, which not a great point for it because when she has 3 and higher, it creates that splash. But she can still convert deluge into hits. Misses into hits. So let's just figure out what her best attack is.
Real quick, how many hits did he get on me?
3.
I am no longer unbound. I come crashing to the ground.
Oh man. Patima, her eyes widen. She is looking nervous. Here's what she's gonna do. She is going to once again. I'm kind of. Here's what she's gonna do. She is going to move here, and then do her big cannon attack, which the general is weak to, even though he does have a very good faith stat. So let's just roll. Let's roll a fistful of d10s in one hand and a fistful of d8s in the other.
Let's do it.
Hit. 3 hits. Oh man, literally 5 defends. She was gonna try to pull him over to her so that you could get flanking.
Oh.
You know what she's gonna do? She's going to use her action to go here, giving you potential flanking, and that's her turn. She goes, Eury, attack! It's the general's turn, and then it'll be back to you. He's really just fighting with all he's got. Guess who rolled a 6? So...
Wait,
the general...
Is he attacking me?
the general uses his entire turn. He whistles, and running from the battlefield as you see your Tuans spinning his spear around, finishing the last of them, this bloodied conscript runs over and joins the fight adjacent to him.
Oh, fuck.
So a conscript has joined the fight. It's the most basic Verbanwan enemy.
Okay.
But things are starting to look dire. Eury, take your turn.
Okay. Here's a question about Hawk Eagle Dance.
Yep.
It says 1 beat to change the attack to attack all enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean all enemies are juggled in a line?
Let me see. Yes, it would.
It would mean all enemies are juggled?
Yes.
Okay.
Man, Patima's... Wait, hey, hang on. You can hit both of them without hitting her.
Yeah.
You would just have to
think
move like a little bit.
just
why
a
is he
little
there?
bit, right?
Yeah, you just have to go like here
Right.
if you want to.
Oh, in line 5, that means that. Does line 5 mean that I would need to? Okay.
Yeah, line 5 is a line that like starts with you and then it shoots out, and it can go
And then it
diagonal
shoots out.
too, but it is a straight line originating from you.
I kind of don't want to leave Patima alone.
I mean, hey, she has set you up to maybe finish off the general. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna follow her lead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to spend a beat to unbind myself.
Okay.
I'm going to spend another beat to juggle him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that attack. He's gonna roll his defend.
And it's fire, of course.
Yep.
So that's a 10. That's a 7. That's an 8. And that's another 10.
Oh my god.
So six hits in total.
Well, he got 2 defend, 3 because he's adjacent to an ally. So you still deal 3 damage to him, and you successfully launch him into the air.
Okay, awesome. Let's see. Now I'm trying to think. Do I surge or do I? I'm looking pretty rough.
It is your call, or you could just slam him.
Yeah, that would be the alternative. All right. This is hoping that the conscript doesn't deal that much damage. Because I'm gonna stop the general. I'm gonna hop up in the air and just swing like a baseball bat the butt of my spear.
Okay.
Try to slam him to the ground. So, taking away 2 dice. So now this is 4 dice still because I'm still flanking him, right?
Yes, you are still flanking him.
Okay, cool. Okay, so that's a 6, that's a 9, and that's another 6. So 3 hits?
Yes.
And then 1 true hit because he's juggled.
Okay.
So that's 4 hits, and he's stopped.
Damn. He's not down, but paint this picture.
Yeah, so, bloodied, full blood, one eye closed. This new conscript comes, and I say, "Good, now you can watch your general die." And I knock him up in the air, do like a front forward somersault, and just slam him back down with the butt of my spear.
Sick. The general lays in a crater in the ground, slammed by you. Patima has her bow drawn, surging with a torrent of water as she is getting ready to blast everyone. The conscript readies their spear to fight, and once again, gunshots ring out.
We gotta hurry up.
At this point, you hear screams. Familiar
Like
ones.
from us. Oh shit.
These are from your allies. As you hear familiar voices screaming out, "Gun devil! Gun devil!" as the rain of bullets continues.
Oh fuck. Fatima, we don't have much time.
And coming over the horizon, you see a new individual entering the battlefield, wielding one flintlock rifle, twirling a pistol in the other hand, firing seemingly with 3 weapons. As you see, it seems like their hand has a mechanical attachment, acting like a third hand as well, firing multiple guns in a whirlwind around them, cleaving
fucking
through your
Reaper
forces.
from Overwatch? Jesus Christ.
A little bit, but this guy has a thick, dark mustache, and interestingly, a kind of turban-like head wrap, which is not the norm for Gubat Banwa at all.
For Banwa. Oh.
he is firing gunshot after gunshot, and you see ally after ally drop. And you realize the arrival of this individual has turned the tides of this combat. Now, Patima, for the first time, looks genuinely nervous. Looks to you and says, "We have to go."
No. We finished the mission.
You see your general, Tuan Mulka, charge. Ah! For the glory of the moon! Whirling his lance. A gunshot rings out, and he falls off of his mount, slamming into the ground. His enraged Sarimanak stands at full height, flaps her wings, and charges before, in a barrage of 3 simultaneous gunshots, also slams to the ground.
Tuan! Oh, fuck.
Now,
Oh, my God.
the Barial Gun Devil sees all of you and says, "I was hired to make sure that that man," points at the general, "was not injured. I want to know, out of combat, what your reaction is in this moment, Eury, as you see your fallen general behind this gun devil."
Eury is 100% rattled. He's truly, like, he's paralyzed with fear. He's maybe been in a situation like this before. And his heart is telling him, like, you need to run, you need to survive, but, like, he's thinking about a time where he was a coward once. And he's like, I at the very least need to finish what my Tuan told us to do.
Okay. So does that mean that you are going to rush at this enemy?
At the gun devil?
Or are you going to try to continue attacking the general?
No, I'm going to continue attacking the general, and then I'm going to take Patima, and I'm going to see where we go from there.
Okay. I want you to roll your fire stat.
Okay. That's 3. Let's see. That's a 9 and a 5 and a 3.
With your fire stat, that's only a partial success.
Okay.
So, Eury, you charge at the general and you stab into him, wanting to finish the job while Patima urges you to leave. The general falls dead. The conscript flees. Fatima at this moment says, "Idiot, you brave, brave idiot." She jumps off of her swordfish, and the mount sweeps underneath your legs, picking you up, starting to take you away from the battlefield, and she bolts off in a different direction.
No!
The gun devil looks to you. You see him following, his eyes following you. Big mistake. Cocks his rifle to take one blast at your wounded self. Before you hear once again a battle cry, and you see your Tuan stand up, hole in his chest, rush at the gun devil. As the gun devil spins around to deal the final headshot to your general, you are whisked away by Patima's ethereal swordfish off of the battlefield.
Fuck me.
And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh, man, that's so... Oh, God. I mean, the dice tell their story, am I right? The dice tell their story.
Well, Happy Monday, folks. Tony has blood on his hands, and now there's a bounty hunter after him. Good times,
Hey,
everybody.
happy Juneteenth, everybody. You're never free. Capitalism is a jail. Even though we celebrate freedom, we truly do not live in it. But
Tell him. Well, this is why we play fun, silly little games. Great. Well, thank you so much, everybody. You have met our second hero of this story, and whatever setup awaits him. So, Tony,
boy,
thank you so much for being on. Where can the good people find you, and what do you do besides this?
yeah, absolutely. Hi everybody. I kind of haven't plugged anything in a while. Like this is, I'm so not used to this. My name is Tony or Tino Bambino. You can find me at Twitter, at Stanza Demands on Twitter. I am part of Roll D5, which is an awesome collective of amazing TTRPG folk, along with Julie right here. I will be playing some games in July, which is so exciting. So please stick around. You can find Roll D5. Is that at RD5 on Twitter? Did we get or
I think it's roll underscore D5 ROLE.
At roll underscore D5, and that's ROLE.
Yes.
And of course you can listen to my podcast, the Everyday Nothing Special podcast. And it's a fun time, and I can't wait to see how angsty but how angsty and guilty my little boy is gonna feel next time we play.
Oh my goodness, you're the sweet little guy of the party. I can't
Erica!
believe it.
I'm absolutely going to be so mean to so many people. It's great.
Amazing. We love it. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have been Julian or Julie Ciel, the GM of this game, and guess what? We are back at it tomorrow, where we are going to meet Timmy Slimmy's War Speaker, which is very fun. Our Catboy War Speaker, our Catboy Witch, to round out our heroes so far.
Oh God, I cannot wait to tune in and see our Catboy.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, if you enjoyed this, keep watching, because we're going to have more. We're going to keep spreading the word of this wonderful system by Makapatag or Joaquin Saavedra. And thank you so much to the people at Roll D5. I see them in chat now. Yeah, we are going to end shortly. We're going to probably raid into Roll D5. Yeah, just check out this game. It's really freaking cool. There's some cool stuff going on.
This game is dope, guys, and almost as important as checking out this game is to remember that truly there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. You are not a perpetrator. You are just a victim. The only way to be a perpetrator is to try to uphold the status quo.
Wild.
There is no freedom. But happy Juneteenth!
Happy Juneteenth, everybody! And on that note, we're going to spread the love and raid in the Jason channel. Thank you all so much for coming by, and we'll catch you at the next one.
Bye, guys.